Hello students, in this particular module I am going to explain about the First World War and the Russian Empire from Russian Revolution. In 1914, war broke out between two European alliances. Which are the alliances? I have put the flowchart here, you can see. The first alliance was the Central Powers. They were Germany, Austria and Turkey. Also Hungary, Bulgaria, Ottoman Empire. This joined later. You can see in the chart also. The another allied was the Allied Powers. They were France, Britain and Russia. Also later joined Italy, Romania, Japan and USA. They are called Allied Powers. Between these two groups, the war fought from 1914 to 1918 is called First World War. And it is the Allied power which won. In Russia, the war was initially popular. It was very popular. People liked to fight. And people rallied around Tsar Nicholas II. People liked Tsar Nicholas II. They encouraged, they rallied. Defeats were shocking and demoralizing because there was lots of destruction. People died, so people were shocked. People felt so, emotional, so sad, demoralizing. Russia's armies lost badly in Germany and Austria between 1914 and 1916. Lots of armies, persons were killed. There were over 7 million casualties by 1917. 7 million people were killed, including soldiers and civilians. The war also had a severe impact on industry. Because of war, there was no supply in the industry. Russia's own industries were few in number, and there was no raw material supply. How will the industry work? And how the production and the supply chain will be managed? It was difficult during the war. The country was cut off from the supplies of industrial goods, all the raw materials. So how will the factory process those items? By German control of the Baltic Sea, because of there was no shipment in the sea. German controlled it, the Baltic Sea. By 1916, railways lines began to break down because there was no supply of goods. Trains could not travel and the train tracks all were damaged, destroyed. Able-bodied men were called up to the war. All the able-bodies means young people. All were asked to join the war, join the army to fight for their own country. As a result, there were labor shortages. People joined the army and there were no people to work as a labor in factories. Labor shortages were observed and small workshops producing essentials were shut down because of lack of laborers. Workshops were shut. The factories could not function properly. Large supplies of grain were sent to feed the army. That is why, even lack of food supply was there for the civilians because lots of food were given to army fighting for their own country. That's why the essential goods, food items, prices went so high. For the people in the cities, bread and flour became scarce. It was not available because of the war. There was no supply from outside of the country. Even there was no production during the war. Thank you. If you don't understand, if you have any clarification, you can ask me later. Thank you.